Okay students, let's see some of the applications on Young's modulus. And uniform material of rod length L is rotating about a horizontal plane about vertical axis passing through one of its ends. Let's draw the diagram. So we will make it little faster because we have less time. And here is an axis passing and it is rotating with angular velocity how much? Omega. Find increase in length. So first we consider from the axis to at a distance x, small distance dx, elongation in the small direction is dE. So how much force act in this part? If I consider this as a free body diagram, so F is equal to mv square by r. Do you remember? Or nothing but mr omega square. Similarly, if I draw the diagram of a small section df, there is a force acting m into, instead of r, what is present, x into omega square. Because of this force, there will be a small elongation dE. Here is actual length dx. Okay, let's write elongation formula. dE is equal to elongation formula, or Young's modulus is equal to force by unit area change in length by length. Okay, if we consider this a small section, the change in length is equal to dE. So delta L I am considering dE is equal to F by A y and length is small section length dx. So how to get the force? F is equal to mr omega square. F is equal to mr omega square. How to get m up to x sections? So m up to x section, m by x is equal to total mass by total length. Instead of mass he gave density. So density, how to get the density? Mass is equal to rho A into total L, total length, total mass is equal to rho into total length by L is equal to m by x. L gets cancelled, m is equal to rho A into x. If we substitute here, dE is equal to rho A. Okay, I am writing simplified forms. F is equal to m, r is nothing but x omega square into dx by A into y. So m I can write it as rho A x into x omega square into dx by ay. So dE integration of along from where to where? 0 to capital length L. Okay, let's simplify this part. If we simplify, so x into x square dx will be x cube by 3 rho A omega square by, okay, can A gets cancelled, rho omega square y x square x cube by 3 from 0 to L. This is elongation. Elongation is equal to rho omega square L cube by 3 into y. This is the elongation in the rod because of centrifugal force, because of rotations. Understand? Okay, we are going to the next question. Fitting steel ring over a wooden heel. Okay, let's start this question. A steel ring is to be fitted on the wooden disc of radius r and thickness d. Okay, its radius is capital R and thickness is d, and inner radius of the ring is small r, which is slightly smaller than capital R. Okay, this is capital R, this is small r, it is smaller. Okay, next, the outer radius of the ring is r plus b. Okay, outer radius is capital R plus b. Okay, fine. What is saying? There is no, okay, and its thickness is d. There is no change in value of b and d after the ring is fitted. Okay, when the ring is fitted, there should be no change in b and d. So here is b and here is d. Okay. B and d. Only the inner radius r becomes r. Inner radius small r becomes capital R. If the Young's modulus of the steel is y, calculate longitudinal stress developed in it. Longitudinal stress is nothing but longitudinal. Okay, what kind of stress it is? Longitudinal. Force perpendicular to area by area. Okay, force perpendicular to area by area. So let's try to solve this. How much is to get it? We have expression he has given. What else is given? Young's modulus is given. So Young's modulus is given. So what is initial length? 2 pi r initially, perimeter, initial length. After finally, how much length it should become? 2, I'm sorry, you should write initial length is 2 pi into small r. Finally 2 pi into capital R it should be. What is a strain? Strain is nothing but final length minus initial length by initial length. This is also can be written delta L by L. Okay, delta L by L initial length. Delta L is nothing but 2 pi into capital R minus small r by 2 pi L into small r. 2 pi gets cancelled. This is a strain. Strain we got. Then what? To get a stress. So y is equal to stress by strain. You can get the value of stress. Stress is equal to y into r by r minus r. So that's simple. Okay, let's go to the other question. Ring rotating with angular velocity. Okay, let's see. A circular ring of radius r and mass m made of uniform wire of cross section area A rotated about a stationary vertical axis passing through its center and perpendicular to the plane of its axis. So when reading the question, be attentive. A circular ring of radius r, first draw the circular ring. Radius is how much? Radius is capital R and mass is m, made of uniform wire. Mass per unit length is constant and cross section area A is given. It is rotated about a stationary vertical axis passing through the center. Vertical axis is, say, this is going in this into the plane. It is rotating with angular velocity. Okay, if the breaking stress of the material of the ring is sigma naught. Breaking stress means maximum stress. Breaking stress is also called maximum stress. Sigma maximum is given as sigma naught. Then what he is asking, determine the maximum angular velocity omega max at which ring may be rotated without failure. Okay, assume that when it is started rotating. So this is a very important model. It will come in the chapters of waves. This kind of questions can be asked in waves also. So while drawing free body diagram, I want to draw free body diagram of it. So see carefully. It is rotating with angular velocity omega. I am considering a small section. Let's consider a small section of, from the center we consider a small section. It is rotating with angular velocity omega. There will be, I am considering bisect this. Sir, why are you doing like this? You may ask. Because a rod, this is a ring, has a uniform cross section. So for that I have to consider a small section of the ring. So I have to consider that like a uniform ring. That's why I have to consider a small section of the ring as one of the part of the ring. So here one end the tension will act in the one direction T1, another direction say consider T2. Okay, free body diagram if you draw. So let's draw, here is an angle theta, and if you draw normal here it will be an angle theta. So tension makes an angle 90 degrees with the radius, and here will be 90 minus theta, and tangential to it here will be theta. So I am writing T1 cos theta, and similarly we can write it as T2 cos theta, and there is a downward direction T2 sin theta, and there is a downward direction T1 sin theta. Okay, there will be a small section mass dm. So ring is rotating with angular velocity omega. There will be centrifugal force in the outwards. It is d equal to dm into r omega square. Let's draw free body diagram. Okay, let's take it as a body. So right side T2 cos theta, left side T1 cos theta. Upward is equal to dm r omega square, downward is equal to T1 sin theta, and other side T2 sin theta. See, this section is just rotating. If it is rotating, it is not moving horizontally. See, it is rotating about this one point like this. So if it is rotating like this, then what is the problem? There is no horizontal acceleration and there is no vertical acceleration. It is in equilibrium, understand? If it is not in equilibrium, this ring should come down. It should come down like this, but it's not going to happen. So this is in equilibrium. So upward force is equal to downward force, right side force is equal to left side force. If right side force is equal to left side force, cos theta gets cancelled. T1 is equal to T2. I am considering T1 is equal to T2 is equal to T. Okay, next, if T1 is equal to T2 is equal to T, T1 sin theta plus T2 sin theta is equal to 2T sin theta. 2T sin theta is equal to upward force dm into r omega square. Okay, dm into r omega square. What is the dm? Mass of a small section here. How to get a mass? Mass per total length, m by l is equal to dm by dx. So here is a length dx. So length of the radius r, m is equal to 2 pi r, and dm by, what is the perimeter of this section? S is equal to r theta. Dx is nothing but r into theta. How much is it? Theta plus theta, 2 theta. So 2 theta, okay, wait a minute. 2 r gets cancelled. Dm is equal to m by pi into theta. I am writing here 2t sin theta is equal to m by pi theta into r omega square. Okay, now sir, how much will be the angle, sir, here? Theta. This is a very, very small angle. For small values of theta we consider a very small value for integration. Sin theta is equal to approximately equal to tan theta, which is approximately equal to theta. So I can write it as 2t sin theta as theta and m by pi theta into r omega square. Theta gets cancelled. T is equal to m by 2 pi so r omega square. So this is the tension. If you know, there are, what are the things given? As given sigma naught, sigma is given, cross section area A is given. So maximum stress, so the cross section area A is given. If you want to read the question, so read the question also, note down the question part. I am just going to do, cross section area is given already. So when I am magnifying it, okay, when cross section area is given, stress, maximum stress is equal to sigma max is equal to sigma naught. It is equal to, force is nothing but tension by area. So sigma naught into area. So area, you just write it as A. This can also be written as, okay, this can also be written as, what is the value for so I can write this one here. So sigma naught into A is equal to, so tension is equal to sigma naught into E, m r omega square. See, to get a maximum stress, tension should be maximum, T should be maximum. What are the variables here? Only omega is maximum. Omega square by 2 pi. Now simplify this. Omega max is equal to square root of 2 pi sigma naught A by m r. So this is the omega value. So we have few more questions, but I will do in the next video. Thank you.